So you can see that now there's we have connection between the machines or the computers. So what we want to do is to simulate whether there's going to be transmission of message from this machine, that is AMA, to Paul. So let's go to the simulation mode. Click on this. So we are in the simulation mode. Now, I'm going to take a message here. So click on it, message. AMA want to send a message. Click on it. To Paul, click on it. So it means that the source is AMA, destination is Paul. Now let's simulate. Let's go to capture. We want to play and then capture what will happen. So click on it. You see, so AMA has sent the message to the switch. And then the switch will now send to all the machines, and then only this one accept and acknowledge AMA. So see how it happened. So now that is successful. So we are going to delete and then do it again. So this time around, I'm going to send from Kofi to Kwesi. I'll click on this message, come here, click on Kofi, which is the source, and then AMA, which is, sorry, Kwesi, which is the destination. So you can see here, Kofi is the source, Kwesi is the destination. So let's simulate and see what will happen. So Kofi will now send the message to Kwesi, and Kofi will send to the switch. The switch will send to AMA, Kwesi, Paul, and according to the destination, this one, after getting to this one, to be marked wrong or to be marked red. This one will be marked red because the message is not intended for Paul nor AMA. It's for Kwesi. So according to the source address on the message is Kwesi. That is why this one didn't get it. This one didn't get it. So let's simulate this one. See, get to the switch. Then the switch will send to all the machines. And then see this, the red meaning that they didn't receive. Only Kwesi received the message and then send acknowledgement to Kofi. So that is how this one works. So you can see okay, so I'm going to do it again. Click on this one. I want to send from Kofi to Kwesi. Now let's capture this and see. So this is the third one, I'm doing it. Message. Send acknowledgement to Kofi. So this is successful. Okay. So that is how the switch works. I'm going to do last simulation and then we are done with the peer-to-peer network. So let me do, I want to send from AMA to Kwesi. So this is this. So let's simulate this one. I send to the switch.
The line is breaking.
Oh, okay. Is it okay now?
Yes, okay now.
Okay, so there is acknowledgement here. Okay, so when the switch becomes, so let me delete it. Sometimes you have to delete and then start again. So send from Ama to Kwesi. The message, okay, let me delete it and send it again. Click on this one, send from Ama to Kwesi. Okay, so let's simulate this one. See. Okay, it's successful. So Amma send the message to Kwesi, and then Kwesi send acknowledgement. You see, but when this is the simulation, so that is when you leave it, it's going to be continuing. So that is how the peer-to-peer works. So let me delete this one. Peer-to-peer works. Now, I explained that the peer-to-peer, when this one is disconnected, they will still communicate. If I disconnect this one right now, the rest will still communicate. It's not going to affect any communication here, or it's not going to damage the switch. Everything works perfectly. Okay. Now, let's go to the server base. So I'm going to put this one here. So I need a server. So this is a server base. So I need a server here. Okay, let me give a title, server base network. So I need to get a server. So when you come here, you click on it, you see a server here. Just click on this server and then leave it here. Then we need 3 computers. So click on it, leave it here, click on it, leave it here, click on it, leave it here. Now we need a switch. So I'm going to use this switch. You only need a switch with 4 ports. So click on it, check for the one with the 4 port. Here is it. So we are going to connect using our connections. So let's use this one. Join to this switch. Use this one, join it. Use this one, join it, and then finally the server will be connected to this. So this is server base. Now, what makes this one server base?
So please, you can't just connect. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Please, you can't just connect the server with just one click. So if you want to connect, or you still have to come back to the connection, pick it and go and connect one by one.
Yeah, you have to connect. You see, the moment you click on it and then you join it, let me do it again. You see, the moment you click on it, you see the cursor. You click on it, then you join it, then it changes to pointer.
Okay.
So that is why you have to click on it again.
Okay.
Yeah. So what makes a server a server? Server provides services. So let's click on this server and see the services here. So you can see we have services. So click on these services. Now you can see the services here, HTTP, which is Hypertext Transfer Protocol, DHCP, which is Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. And then we have this is the version. We have the TFTP, we have the DNS, we have the AAA, NTP, email, FTP, if you want. So all these are services, especially the file transfer protocol, which we use it for sending files. This DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, you can have a server. What that server does is to allocate, to assign IP address to every machine that is connected to the network automatically. That is how we're going to do. We're going to assign IP address to every machine that is connected to the network. So that is also a service. And then we have HTTP, website. I'm going to use the first one. If next time we get more time, then I'll explain the further, the rest of the services. So what is HTTP? HTTP is used for accessing website, like HTTP, that is www.facebook.com. So I can do the same thing here. Click on HTTP, and then for every website you log in, or when you open a website, the first page it opens is the index, a file with index. So you see a file with index HTML. HTML means hypertext transfer markup language. Definitely we'll come to understand it. Now, every website, when you open it, it has the first page, which is the index file. So I'm going to look at this one, click on this edit. So we have a sample website code. I'm going to clear everything here. I don't need all these codes here. I'm just going to modify this one and change this one to Facebook website. So I'm creating a site called Facebook web. Then I save this. So I've saved this one. So now I've created a website and hosted on the server. So now the server is having a website. So if I go to configuration, what is the IP address that we have assigned? So it means that we have to assign IP address to all the machines here. So that is the static IP address. So now I'm going to go to this one. Now I'm going to create IP address for this server. So I'll start from here. 192.168.1.20. So I'm giving the server IP address this. This is the IP address. Now, let me go to this computer here. So I'm going to go to configuration, and then this computer is going to be Mr. Odro. That's the name. And the IP address, click on this one. Then I'm going to give this IP address 21. The server, I assign the server 20. This is going to be 21. Okay. Now let's go to the second computer. So click on it. Then you go to desktop. You can go to desktop, or if you are here, just click on this one and then you can enter. But let me change the name. So this name here, I go to settings, change the name to Mr. Adam. And then the IP address is going to be, so this is going to be 22. Now, let's go to the last computer. You can see the last computer, I'm going to assign another name to this, Madam Teresa. Let's go to this fast internet and then assign IP address. So this is going to be 23. So I've assigned IP addresses to all the machines. Now let's go to the server again. And let's go to services. So you can see what I did. This is the website that I've created. And I'm using HTTP and HTTPS, both. So I know the IP address of this machine. So go to this, or you can go to desktop, go to IP. You see the IP address here. So let me copy this one. I know this IP address. So close it. Now, want to access the website. So Mr. Draw want to access the website on the server because they are saying that the server provides services. Now we have a website hosted on the server. I want to open the website on a machine connected to the switch. So let's go there. Desktop. Now, how do you access a website? You will need web browser. So you have either Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, or whatever. So you can see a web browser here with HTTP. So just click on it. Then you have Uniform Resource Locator. Uniform Resource Locator. This is a link, or this is a command that's going to allow us to hit the website on the server. And we are going to start with HTTP. This is it. And then the IP address. This is the IP address of the server, 192.168.1.20. So click go. So it says protocol not supported. You see, there's a mistake here. I typed 3. So let's clear this one and do it well. If not, we will not be able to access. Then let's click on it again. HTTPS. Okay, let me go and do it again. So this is IP address, http:// Yeah, I'm not able to hit the server. So let me go now. If you are not able to hit the server, what can you do, or what troubleshoot can you implement here? Let me go to this. There's a problem here. You can even see there's a problem here. Why? This is the simulation mode. When your destiny is in simulation mode, you cannot work on it. So you have to turn it to the right time. Click on it, and then you take it off from the simulation. Now, let me go back again, and then we go to the web browser. Then I do the same thing here, http:// then the IP address. Click go. So you see, this is the website showing here, Facebook web. That is the website I hosted on the server. It's showing right now. Now, so it means that all the machines here can access the website. So let's go to Mr. Adam. And then we go to desktop, the web browser. So I type, this time around, I'm going to use https:// Then I put the website address, which is the IP address, because we have not created domain name for this. That is why I'm using this one. So click, see, this one is also able to access the Facebook website I created. So mean that using HTTPS and HTTP, you can access the website. I'm going to do something right now. I said in my previous lecture, I said the HTTPS is the secured one, and then the HTTP is not the secured one. So we can do that on the server, that we don't want anybody to access the website with the unsecured server. So I'll go to this one, services again, and then go to HTTP, and then take this one off, HTTP off, and then leave the HTTPS. So now the website is secured. If you don't use the HTTPS, you cannot access the website. So I'll go to Madam Teresa here, go to desktop, go to the web browser. So I'm going to enter HTTPS:// you see. Now let me take off the S. I'm not using the secure server. And then let's paste this. So click go. It won't come. Why? Because it doesn't allow HTTP. Say request timeout. But if I add the S here, and then click go, you see Facebook web. So I can only access the website with the HTTPS, that's the secure server. So it means that when you are designing or you are configuring your server, you have to create one. That will be the secure server. And then we create another one. I'm going to add another one here. Go to this. I'm adding another server, this one. And then, so we have two servers. This is the secured one. So let me change this. Secured server. And then this is not the secured server. So this is unsecured server. So the secured server, all the websites that you want them to be secured will be on this server. And then the unsecured one will be on this server. So let me create a link and join to this one. Why it's not allowing me? Because this switch allows only 4 ports. So if you want to add another port to this, then you have to change the switch. Or you have to join another switch, which is having the 4 port. So I can add another 4 port here. So I have another switch added. So I'm going to join this switch. It won't work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect one switch here, one cable here. And then I'm going to join this one to this so that I'll have 4 here. This port 1 has been connected to this. So I have extra 3 here. So I can join these ones to this switch. So that is another strategy. So I'm going to join this to this switch. And I'm going to join this to this switch. So that is it. So we can still have communication. So this is the secured server. This is the unsecured server. I go to this one, and then I go to.
So please.
Yes.
So with the secured and unsecured server, do you think some of our organizations here will use these two servers, or it's just an example you are giving us?
Mostly
Let's take
the organization,
Greenlawn, for example.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So for example, the Greenlawn will never use unsecured server because it's an organization that deals with sensitive data. But if, let's say, I want to host websites for my client, I know, some of the clients will opt for the unsecured server because they don't have money to buy domain name and host it on the secure server. So you will see some of the websites with HTTP, meaning that they want to host just a normal website. So as an organization, you can have 2 servers that one server will host information that you think they are not sensitive. And then another server, even Greenlawn can implement that. Greenlawn can have secure server for the database, and then we'll have unsecure server for other documents that they are not sensitive. For example, you can have records like for people doing gym, those having the gym, they don't have any sensitive information. So they just come and register and then do their gym exercise and then they go. So you have that server with a database to store those information. It's not sensitive data. So it all depends on the kind of, and every secure server will be expensive. Unsecure server will not be expensive. So that is the measurement that you have to also implement so that you look at the cost involved too. Please, am I okay?
Okay, and another I want to understand. Yes, I'm clear here. I want to understand this one too. You see, when you come to NHIS office, we have a secured server there, whereby you said the server provides services.
Okay.
So when I started working there, we used to access Facebook. It's like all the services, Google, whatever you used to access it. But with time, you realize when you go there, it's like they have disabled all, and we are just using what they have. I don't know what they have like they've allocated to us. We can't use Facebook. What again? Google
YouTube.
and then other stuff again. So how come that?
Oh, okay. I have
YouTube,
also
you can access again.
Okay, I've also done that to one hospital I have here in Koforidua, that I went to the router and then restricted all the social media that I don't want those workers to access. So you can do that. You can go to the router and then restrict, just block all the popular social media websites like YouTube, Facebook, and those kind of popular ones. So I think the administrator has blocked those sites from the router. So when you go there, you will not be able to access. You can do it.
Okay. So that's the work of the administrator.
Yeah. The work of the administrator.
Okay.
If he doesn't want the workers to access Facebook, as maybe work is in progress, people will be watching YouTube, Facebook, instead of them using the machine to do their work, they will not do it. So the administrator will not be moving around and be checking them. So just go to the router and block all those sites. Because at the hospital, it's when nurses.
Okay. So please,
Yeah,
please go ahead when you are done.
So when the nurses in the process of providing services to patients, then they will be watching movies on YouTube. Then the doctor told me that I should block those sites. So that is what exactly I did on the router. Yeah. Yeah, please, I'm done, so you can ask your question. Yeah, hello?
Okay. So that means with the knowledge I'm gaining now, is it possible that I can access it without the knowledge of the administrator?
Yeah, so you can access the server.
I said then. So with the knowledge I'm gaining now, I'm getting now. So is it possible I can access those that has been blocked? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, go ahead. I can hear you. So I think the link went off, so we can. Okay. You are asking me a question that, by the knowledge you have right now, can you access the site that they've been blocked on the server, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that has to be security aspect. Like right now, it has been secured. So it's up to you to now use the hacking techniques. We can access, but you have to in the form of hacking. So if the site has been blocked, you can still access, but you have to use hacking. Through hacking, you can do that.
Okay.
Okay. So right now, as I have two servers, secured one. Why is this secured? Because if I go to if I go to these services, this one is now has to be secured. So I secure this one. Okay, and then put this one off. This is secured. Then if I come to this one, so this one services, this one will be off. The secured one will be off, and the unsecured one will be on. So that if you want the unsecured one, you use this one. So I can edit this site right now, and then just go to this, and then check this site, this website is unsecured. So let me save it. Now let's give IP address to this machine because we will not assign IP address. So I'm going to assign IP address. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one will be 25. 192.168.1.25. So I want to access, this one is 20. This is 20. This one is 20. And then the second one, unsecured one, is 25. So I go to Mr. Draw want to access. So go to web browser, then you enter HTTP, then you enter the IP address 192.168.1.25. Then you click, you see, so it gives you this website is unsecured. But if I enter 20 here, and then I enter S, I add S to this one to give me Facebook web. So this one is a different server, the other one is a different server. So that is all about server-based network. So you will also have to consider other services that the server can provide. DHCP, FTP, file transfer protocol, can have DNS, domain name service. We can also have the other service that this one can provide is AAAA, and that's why we come to that later. And then we have the email can create email server. And then we can have, so these are the services that we have. DHCP, that the Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, HTTP, and then we have the email, we have the FTP, NTP. So we will look at all these services as we look at our next discussion or next session. Yeah, so please, I want to end here. If you have any question, then we can look at it and then we end the class for today.
I'm okay for now.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you very much. So,
And then I've seen a timetable there.
yeah, the time, I think I sent what we'll be doing next week. Like we'll be taking tests on what we have done on chapter 1. Yeah, so I sent the modules.
Okay.
How we are going to work on it. I think Thursday, Madam will join us. Then we'll be able to look at how best we can have a test on chapter 1. But in all this, we have to understand what exactly we are doing. So my focus is more on the practical. We have to understand the practical and then we implement.